Hi guys, Yacca here. This time for this achievement video we'll be having a look at Demon Hunter. And actually you only need 2 decks to complete this. One of the decks is not that great to do any climb with, but you can just maybe start it up, find a rank floor and be careful not to tank too many ranks. And then get that one over with, and then you can play more of a traditional Demon Hunter. In that Demon Hunter list though, because I didn't really have any sigils managed at all, which is this one here. So therefore I included sigils in that Deathrattle Demon Hunter, essentially just making it worse, because the Deathrattle Demon Hunter decks that you can find on web tracking sites and they are better than the one that I'm playing, but I still managed to keep like an above 50% win rate with the deck, and therefore it is okay to climb with. There's some intricacies I'll go into when we review the deck, and I think we'll start with the Deathrattle Demon Hunter, and then we'll finish off where you will be able to finish the one with Kurtrus and the one with Tainthaert Tormenter. This one, if you played any kind of Demon Hunter in recent times, you probably already have this one managed, but that's just a regular Deathrattle Demon Hunter. So if you only want to go for that one, you don't need to do the revised list that I'm presenting in this video. But if you want to try and do all of them, then I suggest 2 decks, and let's have a look at the first one, which is the Deathrattle Demon Hunter. So this one, I call it Death Sigil Demon Hunter because I replaced some of the cards in here with 5 sigils. 2 Sigil of Silence, 2 Sigil of Flame, and a Sigil of Summoning. This specifically Sigil of Summoning makes the deck so much worse because it affects your Soth. The demons you have in your deck is usually just your Illidari Inquisitors. So you have to be aware of whenever you drop the Sigil of Summoning, before you drop the Soth, there's actually a quite decent chance that you'll get this demon, a 2/2 demon with Taunt instead. Sometimes that can be fine if you're kind of on a defensive trajectory, then it's actually quite fine to get a taunt to put in the way, but it's not really that significant. It's only a 2/2, and much rather you likely just have the damage output of the Illidari Inquisitor to finish off the game, because you are, even though you're a bit more mid-range in this deck, you're not a complete aggro deck, then you are a little bit more aggressive than the most decks on ladder, or at least if you compare yourself against control decks and such like that. For the mulligan, you want to keep your Tusk Piercer, Razor Boar, and also I like to keep Razorfen Beastmaster. These are the kind of the cards that you want to go for. Sometimes if I'm up against a hunter, I will choose to keep also a Sigil of Flame, because just managing a face hunter's board early on, that's really great. Also a Sigil of Summoning will provide you a little bit more board presence. It is 2/2/2s for 2 mana that your opponent cannot interact with on their turns until it passes back to them. So that's kind of the main idea behind it. I won't go into too much details around this, also because there's a bunch of Deathrattle Demon Hunter lists and guides out there, but this is the one I suggest for the sigils, and also for the Deathrattle if you haven't finished any of those. So let's have a look at the deck, how it actually performs on ladder.
Know the true essence of fear. Feel the hatred of 10,000 years.
But here I need the burst. Discounting these guys would be great. Maybe chaining into some stuff here. I'll keep the Feather Rattler. It's not the best one out of these, but it allows me to chain some of the minions. Actually, he might be from Denmark. Udyr means beast. There you go.
I grow impatient.
In English. Well, that's a little bit unusual. I'll just drop this. I don't want to use the coin on that one, because if he does use whatever to hit into that. Okay, fair enough. But then we'll chain into another minion. Skull. Just drop one of the Feather Rattlers. Here's another Mortal Coil. Fair enough. Okay, fair enough. I said it, and I mean it. At least now I know he's out of Mortal Coils. Maybe I save the coin for turn 8, because then I can Illidari and then Hero Power. But right now I'm just interested in pushing out damage. So it's a discard one. Okay. I don't have a target for this one, but let's push it out there. It's pressure. That's what I want to go for right now. And on the next turn, also because his Twisting Nether is one turn away, I want to go for Death Speaker Blackthorn. Just another one of those guys. Okay. Still want to go for Blackthorn here. Then next turn, part of whatever I'm doing is going to be the Sigil.
Haven't heard of me?
Uh-oh. That's kind of a good Hysteria target for him. Could beat up Tamsin, maybe? Okay, thanks, Blackthorn. Who am I to complain now? Okay, 2 Hysterias. And I still have a minion on the board. Fair enough, one of them is generated. Let's see if we can manage to... What am I playing around here? He could get, like, what, some of the lifesteal stuff. Guess that's what I'm trying to play around. Like the Bloodshot Bristlebacks. So he'll get the Battle Cry off, but he will not get to continuously repeatedly beat me up with a lifesteal. That's healing, likely is healing. Yeah.
Get accustomed to the smell.
Okay, so now I would really like to have one more mana. But we will just try to drop the Illidari Inquisitor. So we get the Skull Outcast. So even if I do not manage to get another hit out of this one, I do have the other one. And if he does not have a way to deal with it, then I have lethal. Second Hysteria, okay. Okay. Right now, I just want to push out some damage before he gets to the healing part. Next turn is lethal. Even if he clears the board. He needs to heal and clear. What else I have in Soth? Well, actually there's a chance that in Soth, now we might get to see it. We'll draw one of these guys. Either way, it's not gonna be lethal. But there's 2 Illidari Inquisitors in the pool. So there's a higher probability it's gonna be those guys. But let's see. There we go. Down to 2, and then he's gonna heal back up. Oh, this is tough. But he's gonna summon Devouring Ectoplasm now. See if we can't manage to get there anyway. Tusk Piercer. So let's. I'm thinking all of these 3 guys, but let's try this one up first.
Poor warlock.
Illidari. Does this get me some kind of damage, maybe? 3. It's also 3, but that's not a minion on the board. I think this is something that I'm a little bit more happy to do. Just pressuring for damage. This is sticky minions. They're gonna leave something on the board even if he clears. Okay, that is healing, that's annoying. Okay, still gonna leave something there. Sigil of Flame. Guess not really, right? We'll do this. We'll equip this one, even though it makes that one worse. And then we might even find lethal with Ultra. It seems like it. That was a bit of a bonus there. There's one other achievement that you need out of the neutral set. To finish off an opponent with Ultra. Thank you very much. Let's just have a quick look. It's actually quite hard to do, but you might have gotten it already because Mankriks is so needed in many decks right now. So with this one, you'll be able to finish some of the sigils. You also have Kurtrus in there, and specifically, sorry, you have it's the Deathrattle and the sigils. Those are the ones. Kurtrus and the Tainthaert Tormenter is on the next deck. And we actually managed as a bonus also to get Mankriks consumed by hatred. There we go. So the last deck is actually also the worst one. It kind of plays into that same idea as the other list where you need your Illidari Inquisitors to finish off. But there's it's proven a little bit difficult to get the Tainthaert Tormenter to work because it is a priority removal target, and if your opponent has any way of cleaning up this one with just using minions or rush or whatever, that's what your opponent will do, and therefore it's not going to be over multiple turns the Tainthaert Tormenter will be on the board. Other than that, you just play it as a kind of a heavy deck. You want to cheat out early on. You want to get a little bit of healing, or a little bit of holding off damage with the Sigil of Flame. These work fine. Armor Vendor as well. And then you can cheat out one of your big demons with Shadowhunter Vol'jin, which is actually quite a great inclusion here. So if you have an Armor Vendor on the board, you can push the Armor Vendor back, getting another battle cry out of it, And maybe getting like your Priestess of Fury, your Tormentors, your Illidari Inquisitors on the board on turn 5 without having discounted with the Raging Fell Scream or anything. So that's a great combo to be aware of in this deck. Let's see how the deck actually performs on ladder.
Illidan versus Illidan. This ends now. Feel the hatred of 10,000 years.
Well, actually, Sigil of Silence could be quite good if it's against the Deathrattle Demon Hunter, which is the most prevalent list at the moment. I'm just gonna drop this one, and I'm gonna wait with the Sigil of Silence until I'm sure what it is I'm up against. I'll double jump, then it is Lifesteal Demon Hunter. And then the Sigil of Silence, I can just as well throw that one out there. It's not going to do anything. Because the turn that he's playing stuff that actually will have an impact in silencing. Pardon me. Those are the ones where he'll already be setting up the win right away. And right now I'll just hang on to the Sigil because it's at least 1 point of damage that I can generate each and every turn. With the Armor Vendor, no reason to remove my own minion. But I don't think I am aggressive enough. Draw. Let's go for the damage. Then we can Fell Screamer. Setting up to another turn of a Tainthaert Tormenter. And hopefully we can spiral a little bit into that. He's gonna heal to full. At least the Tormentor is gonna make it a little bit awkward for him. Because it's not that much minion based, whatever he has. So there we go. So just take care of that one and then don't do anything, because then we can progress the achievement against the Tainthaert Tormentor. Seems fine. So what you got? And then that's the... okay. Okay, fair enough. Let's see how you manage this one then. Come on, pass the turn. Pass the turn. Pass the turn. And I'll make your life miserable. Let's use the top-decked one, just to tick him off. Now, let's see. There's no minions out there, so likely he's gonna need something. I can't unfortunately put the other one out there, because then it would be really difficult for him to do anything, really. But I can drop the Priestess of Fury. And then after that I can drop in the other Tainthaert. But just getting this out there at the turn where his skulls is active and all this kind of stuff, that's perfect. Oh, feels bad, but good for me. Are you gonna hit him? You're not? Okay. This is gonna hurt, my guy. Say ouch. And another 6. And then I do have lethal on this turn. Unless he removes it somehow, but it's spell focused. When we have a lifesteal Demon Hunter. And then that's gonna be...
You're paying for my discretion.
Fell Scream? No, he can't do that. Well, that doesn't do anything. The coin's not gonna leave up. I think he messed that up. Yeah. Okay, so there's a good opponent for the Tainthaert Tormenter to progress that somewhat. Thanks for watching, guys.